Let it be known that I tried really desperately to wear my hair down for this, but it is so humid. I was having a real bad time, so too bad. You're getting hair up, Mad Dog, as per usual. Sorry. All right, hello everybody. Anybody? Anyone at all? Maybe the people who said that they would tune in on my Twitch live stream, maybe they've shown up. I don't know. Hello to maybe a couple of people who showed up. We'll see. Welcome to my channel, telekineticManiac. My name is Mad Dog, and I am a cosplayer and dork. And over on this channel, I make cosplay content sometimes when life isn't ruining my life, as per usual. You know those adult responsibilities. What a time. I've decided to take a new approach to YouTube where I truly just make content when I am able to, because I cannot keep up with a real schedule. Although honestly, the idea for this series kind of goes against that, so like we're doing our best. Anyway, my point being, please don't call this a comeback. If you are actually somebody who is subscribed to me and genuinely tuning into this, don't call it a comeback. Just do not, please. I just make videos when I can. It's fine. So today, over here on this channel, we're going to be trying out a new type of work log that I'm going to call a weekly work log, which I hope is pretty self-explanatory. But it's essentially a new type of work log where I just show you what I, as a hobby cosplayer and not some sort of pro cosplayer, can create in an average week. So why am I even doing this? It's a good question. For one, I really miss creating videos for you guys. Oh my goodness. I genuinely enjoy editing videos. So it's been very frustrating over the course of the past year. I'll just say that, to have not been creating videos for y'all. And I've decided to take on this type of video because I think it's gonna be a lot more low effort than some of my previous videos. Instead of making a whole discussion that I try to research, or creating a work log where I show you me creating a piece of a costume from start to finish, which can take months to create. I'm really hoping that this will be a lot more low-key and scratch that whole wanting to create videos itch. And you know what? This is my channel. It's my creative space, so I'm gonna do what I want. But no, so that's not all, folks. But so, other than my own interest in this series, I thought that it would be genuinely interesting to put something like this into the community. While probably not many people will see this video because I have a really small channel, and I don't even know if anyone subscribes will even attempt to watch my videos at this point. We have a very, very small community that's still active. Cosplay has just become such an incredibly saturated hobby, and I guess space. Since I started cosplay about 10 years ago, there are so many professionals now working in cosplay, and while that is super cool how much more widespread cosplay has become and how much more accepting people have become of it as an art form, and it's also really wonderful how many opportunities and new products are available to cosplayers, it can also be just a little bit daunting to the average hobbyist. It's really beyond inspiring what pro cosplayers can create during their work weeks, especially doing the whole actual business side of cosplay on top of it. Damn, y'all go. But that is a little bit different than what the average hobbyist can create after the workday is done. And sort of the same with all the wonderful new products that are marketed towards cosplayers. They are super cool, but also on a hobbyist's budget. We can't necessarily all go out and pick up every product we want and use it to our heart's content. In a way, these really cool things are always just a little bit out of reach for hobbyists, and that can be a little bit more than disappointing, TBH. And I'm really hoping that I'm not the only one who feels that sentiment. So I thought that instead of trying to create weekly videos, even remotely comparable to that of a pro's, because that would really drain me as a non-pro, I thought that I would make a series of videos showing my own weekly crafting progress. Or rather, to put it in terms that might display what could interest you all watching, a series of videos showing a cosplay hobbyist's more down-to-earth weekly crafting progress. So in these videos, I intend to go over my goals for the week, which I'm really hoping I will limit to like Monday through Friday, and I can still have the weekends off to do whatever I'm doing on the weekends, you know, all that weekend stuff. Show some time lapses of my crafting and explain a little bit about what I'm doing for those of you who might be interested, and then see if I was able to accomplish any of my goals at the end of any given week. I'm sure that sometimes I will absolutely meet my goals with flying colors, and sometimes I most definitely won't. I will fail tragically. The idea is to keep things just down to earth, like super practical and chill progress. No crazy crunches for NDA products or picking up super expensive materials and tools that were just released this week. And I want to invite you all to craft with me while I work. There is like absolutely no obligation to craft while you're watching these videos, especially to folks who like can't multitask. I'm just throwing it out there because sometimes having a little bit of time set away each week to work on your own hobby and to just chill and watch a video while working on it can really make all the difference in making progress on that hobby, and in this case, like maybe finishing a cosplay. So here I am. I'm just extending that invitation. You don't have to accept it. That's okay if you don't. But if you would like to work with me once a week, you are more than welcome to. Also, regardless of whether you choose to work with me, provided anyone still tunes into this channel, I'd really like to feature other sort of crafting progress in these videos, like progress other than my own. It would be really cool to see how other members of the cosplay community work over the course of a week. And of course, like all the wonderful things y'all can create, because everybody's practical like hobby time can be a little different. So it would be interesting to see sort of like the variations on what we all can accomplish. And especially because, full disclosure, while I've grabbed a pencil, I've grabbed a paintbrush from my desk. I don't know how this happened. Fidgeting, a good time. Anyway, while I am just a like average hobbyist, I do have a degree in fashion design, so I do have a bit of a leg up when it comes to patterning and sewing and all that jazz. And so yeah, because of that and for other reasons, like you could probably think of a whole list of reasons right now, it would just be real cool if this series could end up featuring the works of folks other than me. So stay tuned to the end of this video to learn more about how you might be featured in one of these weekly work logs and get to show off your crafting progress and process to the whole Manic fam. Alright, wow, with that intro finally out of the way, let's jump in to my cosplay crafting this week. I know it's ridiculous to say, but Katsu prep is starting now because I'm just really excited to be hopefully going to a convention after so heckin' long. I think I'll talk a little bit more about ideas that I have for KATSUCON cosplays when I have them. Right now I'm just gonna be kind of working on things that I've started already and shared a bit of progress over on Instagram. Just with the idea that these are all like potential outfits I may bring to KATSUCON 2022. So at this point you're probably wondering why I'm covering envelopes and paper. So up front, I also want to say sometimes my cosplay crafting time, and therefore these videos, will include projects that are cosplay adjacent, like this. I try to transfer all my patterns, including cosplay ones, into these neat little envelopes and give new life to leftover paper from other projects. This in and of itself is a huge benefit to my crafting space, so I know it's not quite cosplay, but it's very important to my cosplay hobby as I need space to make cosplays, and this freed up a lot of space. So here we are. My goals for this week were like extra chill as I had a very busy week. I wanted to decorate these patterns and get all my like floating around the room patterns back into this box. Work on some of my original Chrollo Lucilfer Goldwork, start my original Genkai back patch, and decorate my Dorohedoro Ita Bag because I know it's another cosplay adjacent thing, but I had Dorohedoro charms everywhere and I need the bag for when my Nikaido cosplay is ready, so I thought maybe I just get it done and get it off my table. That's okay. I also wanted to rewatch Made in Abyss while working because I got it on Blu-ray and my brain still lives in a time where you must test discs as soon as you get them to make sure they work. It was def fun to work too. and still really heartbreaking, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, I met all my goals except for the Genkai one this week. And TBH, that is because I just didn't feel like working on her this week. The end. You all are gonna find out really quick that I like to live in the moment and that I'm absolutely not here to force myself to do something that I don't feel like doing during my own free time. I kind of leave all that like tedium in the work/adult responsibility hours. I really want my cosplay hobby to be for fun, or like what's the point in doing it? So I tend to jump around projects and only work on things when I'm passionate about them and that make me happy in the moment. And, you know, compared to when I was a dumb teen and used to force myself to finish cosplays for made-up deadlines, I'm overall a much happier person for it. Alright, we are just about done with decorating envelopes, so let me just clarify. I've just been using scrap paper and glue sticks and tape and stuff to cover big manila envelopes. Nothing fancy at all. So, onto the real cosplay stuff. So right here, I'm working on something called Goldwork for an original addition to my Succession arc Chrollo Lucilfer cosplay, who's from Hunter x Hunter. This is just FYI an outfit that I think has only been seen in the manga thus far. I don't think they've like thrown it into the anime anywhere else. I don't think so. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Despite my piece being silver in color, goldwork is a term used to describe a type of embroidery where you use metal threads instead of more traditional flosses. Flosses is a weird word, guys. Here I'm using individually cut pieces of bullion wire, or essentially a really thin, really tightly coiled wire, in a way that gives the illusion of satin stitching. But as you can see, the process is much more like beading than regular satin stitching, as I'm threading through the wire like a bead instead of just stitching over a surface. I'm doing this over a bunch of felt just to add some height and make the illusion of satin stitching a little bit more accurate. And while this is my first goldwork project ever, I'm pretty heckin' happy with how it's coming out. There's room for improvement, of course, but you know what? I'm doing goldwork and it doesn't look completely terrible, so that's a huge win. Hello everyone, brief interlude from our regular work log, part of this work log episode 1 TM, right? I really just wanted to show you some of the fabric that I got this week. I've been putting off filming because I wanted to make sure I had all the fabric that I was getting this week, right? Which, I mean, everything about what I just said is terrible. It's like I have a problem. Real quick, I do want to apologize. I look like garbage. I'm going on day 2 of a massive headache, so I literally like straight up just rolled out of bed wearing the same thing I was wearing last night. So just don't worry about it. Pay attention to only the fabric. Okay, thanks. I got stuff for Giorno Giovanna from Mood. I got swatches for Bruno Bucciarati, also from Mood, because you can get like free swatches if you order yardage and whatever, as I believe how it works there. Also, my brain's a little bit not working because I did just so don't worry about it. And then I also went to Joann's, not because I needed anything, but because I have a problem. But I got a really cool piece of fabric there. So first up, we have Giorno Giovanna. This is the Blu-ray, just so you know what the fabric should look like. So because JoJo's is so super fashion, I ended up getting this cool print right here. This is a cotton voile, so I believe how you pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce any fabric type, because despite me having a degree in fashion, I literally only read fabric types. I never say them out loud, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, but I think this is a cotton voile. I think that's how that's pronounced. So it's honestly, it's not ideal for like making a suit. Also, I hope it's focusing. It's not ideal for making a suit, but it's so freaking pretty. I just had to get this, so we're probably gonna be interfacing the heck out of it. I might attempt to like tint it a little bit, I'm sorry, darker, not lighter. It's a little bit lighter in person than it was on screen, and this was one of the few fabrics that they like wouldn't let me order a swatch of, so I couldn't test it in advance. I was just like, just gotta go for it. I really want this no matter what. So so that's that. I'm very excited about that. Hype. This is the swatch that I ended up going with for Bruno. I got 5 different swatches for Bruno, and I saw this and I died. Like, look at how perfect this is. It's a pleather, and I try really hard not to use pleather, but this has gotta be like the best pleather I've ever seen. Like, it's so soft, yet has like such a natural looking texture. Like, it looks like a real cut of leather. And then it has this geometric embroidery on it. Like, that is the coolest shit. And fun fact, I was showing this fabric to my brother, and he saw this fabric and immediately went, "That's Bruno, isn't it?" Like, I didn't even have to tell him it was Bruno. He was just like, "That's Bruno." So I think that's a big old success, to be honest. So I'm really excited to use that. And then the thing that I got from Joann's was thread, of course. But the thing I got from Joann's was this fabric right here. And it's really simple. It's just got this cool sort of like twine through it. It's really lightweight. I wanted to say that this is a cotton linen blend. And it's really lightweight. Like, you can see through it pretty easily, but I love it so much, and I want to find a way to make this work for Breath of the Wild 2 Link, if we're being uber honest. So very hype. All right, so I just wanted to take that little moment to show you my fabric. I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of fabric shopping for a bit. I'll probably like go to Joann's to get like miscellaneous notions I need and things, but this is probably it for a while, because I have a lot of fabric that I need to actually use in the whole KATSUCON lineup and all that jazz. So and as you can probably see it slightly, there's some fabric behind me, and then there's fabric over there on my bookcases too. So like, I have too much fabric. We need to use some of it. But yeah, all right, I hope you enjoyed this little interlude, and back to crafting. Okay, bye. Alright, now onto my Dorohedoro Ita Bag. I won't lie, I was doing this at like midnight one night, and I spent way too much time trying to get all the charms into this very small bag with my like way too big for the bag hands, until my 2 brain cells kicked in and I finally realized I should just like make a separate panel to put the charms on and then slide it into the bag. I'm adult at the best of times. So I ended up using some scrap canvas and bias tape that I really poorly cut and sewed together as fast as I possibly could, because I just really wasn't feeling the whole sewing in the moment, and made said panel. Then the rest was real easy. I just attached all my charms and such and pinned the panel to the backing in the bag. I really love how it came out, and I gotta be real, I'm probably gonna need a much larger bag, or I'm gonna need to like split my charms up across a few bags at some point, because I fully suspect that I will be acquiring some more Dorohedoro charms, because I really love this series. But I really love right now how it looks. I'm really enjoying it. I really love Dorohedoro. I love Dorohedoro. And I think that's about it for now. I won't lie, I didn't get a ton done this week compared to my usual weeks, but I was super busy with life and also wanted to not go overboard on week 1 and like burn myself out instantly, you know? No features this week, unfortunately, as it is my first video, it's inherently what was gonna happen. But for a chance to be featured in one of my upcoming weekly work log videos, do tag me in your photos on Instagram, preferably both in the photo itself and the description, just to be sure that I see it. And yeah, do that and I will feature the heck out of you. And if you put anything fun in your description, I will probably respond to it because I like that. It'll be a fun time. Also, I didn't quite have time to set this up all before episode 1 because I did just have a really ridiculously busy week. But in the coming weeks, I will be creating like a form for those of you who don't like main Instagram but maybe still want to participate and get featured. So that'll be coming soon. But for now, if anyone wants to participate in the whole featured thing, just tag me on Instagram. And you know, I've said it a bunch this video. I have no idea if anyone's actually going to be watching this video. So if nobody wants to be featured, get ready because I will feature the shit out of my friends. So if nobody tags me, just get ready. It's gonna be all JoJo's and the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, probably. Alrighty, I think that's about it for now. How exciting. Now I have to edit this. That's also exciting. I don't know if I'll be able to work Premiere. It's been a while. But anyway, I hope to see you next Friday for episode 2 of our weekly work logs. And you know, just thanks for watching. I really appreciate anybody who might have tuned in. And oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm actually saying this, but maybe, just maybe, don't get your hopes up because things can still go south, but maybe I will see you all on the KATSUCON 2022 con floor. All right, bye folks.